Welcome to ET Live's official Grammys after show. We are recapping, breaking down the biggest moments of music's biggest night, and boy, were there plenty.
I was going to say, it was an emotional night, to say the least, with many honoring Kobe Bryant. The former Los Angeles Laker died in a helicopter crash on Sunday morning, and the Grammys actually quickly put together a tribute and a tribute to a legend in Los Angeles, someone who called the Staples Center, where the Grammys are held, home for his 20-year career. And in fact, the tribute kicked things off with Alicia Keys, the host, with this very, very special message. Take a look.
We're all feeling crazy sadness right now. Because earlier today, Los Angeles, America, and the whole wide world lost a hero. And we're literally standing here heartbroken in the house that Kobe Bryant built.
You know, news of Kobe's passing broke at during the red carpet, and it was something that people talked about there, and obviously, of course, held close to their hearts during the entire celebration. What you just saw right there was from Eilish at the beginning of the show.
Right.
At the end of the show, she closed with another remark for Kobe, blessing his family, and then also her performance with Boys II Men.
Oh my God.
They performed "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday," an a cappella version of their song, you know, to honor, like you said, you know, a legend who called that same very venue home.
And obviously, this tribute, this was a last-minute decision because, again, the news broke Sunday morning, the day of the Grammy Awards, but also Alicia did say the Grammys team never thought that they would be starting the show in this way, which was eerily similar to when Whitney Houston died, because she died a couple of days before the Grammys, and they also scrambled to do a tribute. But as you mentioned, I mean, the news and Kobe, his legacy was weighing on everybody's hearts
100%.
and minds. And in fact, he was honored in many different ways throughout the Grammy Awards. His jersey, number 24, the LA Lakers jersey, popped up in many places, including in the rafters lit up there at Staples Center. You see both of his jerseys there. And
then also during the show, during performances, Lil Nas X had a couch set up in one of his shots of his performance, and there was a jersey laying there right on the couch.
Crazy.
And then also, I know people on the red carpet in their fashion. Priyanka Chopra, for example, had 24 painted on her fingernails. It was something that people wanted to make sure that they were carrying his legacy with them throughout the night, obviously, on everybody's mind and in everybody's hearts.
And not just the celebrities and the amazing artists inside the Staples Center, but also outside. Fans flocked to Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles to pay their respects to the Laker legend.
This was very powerful. As I was leaving to head back here, just floods of fans wearing his jersey were heading in the opposite direction of me to the Staples Center, and this is such a powerful image right here. All of these images paying tribute to Kobe.
Obviously an athlete who meant a lot to a lot of different people, including Lizzo, who actually opened the entire night, opened the Grammys with her performance of "'Cause I Love You" and "Truth Hurts." She actually kicked things off saying tonight is for Kobe, and then she busted out the opening lines of "'Cause I Love You," which I thought was so perfect, and also perfect because Lizzo obviously was the most nominated artist of the year at the Grammy Awards, so it was kind of amazing that she got to have that moment, and she took that moment to also pay her respects to Kobe.
100%, and of course, you and I stand here right now doing this show, and we have nothing but love and respect to Kobe and his entire family, and I feel like we share the same sentiments that the internet does right now, and those who loved him, and it's a devastating loss for everybody.
Absolutely. You can see the emotion in Lizzo's face, but also it was a big night for her to begin with, right? Again, leading the pack with 8 nominations. Lizzo took home 3 awards tonight. She was nominated, of course, for the biggies, but that actually went to another lovely Best New Artist, Billie Eilish. It was a huge night for Billie, and in fact, she swept the general field categories. Here's her speech for the last one of the night, Record of the Year. Blink, you might miss it.
Thank you.
You know, Denny, after you win all the awards that you have won during the night, and you've thanked everybody that you could, at the end of the day, 2 words will suffice. Thank you.
Well, think about it. She was on the stage many times throughout the night.
They were backstage. Billy and Phineas, her brother, were backstage from an award they had just won when they got the last award. And they had to run back up there for it.
And you can't predict that you're going to win all of them that
No.
you're nominated for. So I'm sure she thanked everybody that she needed to when she took Song of the Year, followed by Best New Artist, followed by Album of the Year. And then so by the time they announced Record of the
Record
Year,
of the
she was
Year.
like, I'm good. Enjoy your night.
I'm
Like, outta
exhausted
here.
just even
Exactly.
going through that list. But, you know, obviously, Billie made history even before she won as the youngest nominee to be nominated for those 4 big general field categories. And you know what? She didn't just stop making history there. She actually made history with her wins. I believe she is only the second artist to sweep in the same year those 4 big categories. The last time was Christopher Cross in 1981. Look at you go, girl.
It has been a minute. She probably doesn't even know who Christopher Cross is. Was she even born?
I think
don't think so.
I know she's 18. Christopher Cross was definitely before her time.
I don't think she was born yet, but I gotta tell you, the irony is that when E.T. caught up with Billie Eilish on the red carpet before the actual award started, she didn't think she was gonna win a damn thing. Take a look.
It's your first Grammys and you have 6 nominations. Is that insane to you?
Yeah, dude, it is. What are you talking about? I'm ready to lose all of them.
No, come on.
All of them.
You haven't even thought about the speech? What do you mean? You're gonna win, girl.
I'm not, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, have you considered what you will say?
I have considered it because I'm not an idiot, but I don't think. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
I'm gonna say Billie just didn't want to jinx herself because I will say she took home 5 of her 6 Grammys tonight. So.
I just hope after all of this, Den, that she still will talk to everybody, do interviews, and she won't pull a I'm gonna sneak in the side door anymore. But she doesn't seem like that type of person. She was so humbled and gracious to be there, and I don't think that's gonna change.
Not only was she a big winner of the night, she also had one of the most talked about performances of the night. In case you guys missed it, here's a little clip from her Grammy performance tonight.
Oh my God,
Beautiful.
just her voice alone, I love it. You know what, it's so funny because I always wonder how she keeps her voice for the award show performances. Maybe it's the lollipops that she's always sucking at award shows.
That?
I saw her at the AMAs sucking on a lollipop, and now at the Grammys she was too.
She told E.T. that's her secret weapon. She brought some lollipops to enjoy the evening. Yeah, I don't blame her. You know, it's a long award show.
Look
you
at
need
her.
A snack,
You need a snack. I love that.
Another performance that everybody is talking about, and it was such an emotional one, Demi Lovato. It was her big comeback, a huge emotional moment as she hit the stage for her first public performance since her overdose in 2018.
This was a moment you and I were standing by the TV watching this, and obviously she went to start singing the song, and she was so overcome with emotion. You can see right there a tear falling down from her cheek. She was so choked up that she could not sing, that they actually started the set over. And then all of a sudden, it was from start to finish, it was one of the most beautiful ballads I've ever heard in my entire life. And you know what? I'm going to stop talking. I want you guys to listen to how powerful this is.
Lord, is there anyone? I need someone.
Talk about a comeback just in that performance alone. You mentioned she had to start the song over, and all of a sudden she just belted. This is her new song, Anyone, which actually became available to stream and download right before the performance. And let me tell you, I could not have downloaded faster because this is an amazing song.
Especially because if you really listen to the lyrics, and obviously her story has become very public ever since, you know, her overdose in 2018. She in these lyrics, she's crying out for someone. Anyone. And just to hear her on that stage sing that and just know how far she has come, I mean, there was not a dry eye in the house when I saw people give her a standing O, and I know you and I had the chills, and the internet did too. And the internet also was talking about that ring on her finger. Which,
that too, which by the way I think is just jewelry.
They don't miss a thing. I think it was just costume.
Exactly.
I mean, it was probably a nice little diamond. But.
Like I mentioned, the Grammys, it was a heavy night, but thankfully we had a little bit of reprieve. And Alicia Keys even said at the top of the show, music is to unite us, to bring joy, and that's exactly what Lil Nas X did in his amazing, amazing Grammys performance with some special guests for the Old Town Road remixes. I mean, you had Billy Ray Cyrus, BTS, Diplo, Mason Ramsey, but this moment right here, you guys, the OG, Big Nas, joined Lil Nas X at the end of that performance. I was hooting and hollering. This was a moment.
This was a moment where people were literally like, did that just happen? To bring out the original Nas. Because we knew BTS was going to be there. We knew Billy, of course, was going to be there. Even
Diplo.
Mason Ramsey. And we knew all of that. And then the way his really awesome setup on the stage worked is it was like this revolving...
This lazy Susan.
This lazy Susan
sets.
of guests to join him. And then all of a sudden Nas comes out. And I think people honestly had to blink for a second because they're like, holy cow.
He gave us like 6 different performances in one, you guys. It was pretty amazing to watch. ET's Kevin Frazier actually caught up with Lil Nas X backstage just after the performance. Take a look.
Yeah, it was a great performance, though.
Thank you. Yeah, I felt the energy. Some things didn't go as planned, but we kept moving on. Yeah.
I felt like there was a very kind and sweet spirit in the house tonight. And again, tip of the hat to Mr. Kobe Bryant and what he's meant. I don't know if you noticed, I even put a little special Kobe on my guitar. Yeah, I did that with my, just happened to have a silver Sharpie in there.